Hey everyone, Tony D. Just wanted to give you a quick Christmas message. This is Christmas Eve day, and for my family, we tend to celebrate on Christmas Eve because we tend to do the Italian thing. We do the Feast of the Seven Fishes, which for those of you who aren't Italian American, basically it means eating a lot of fish. We're not like super religious, so we kind of just eat a lot of fish. We eat a lot of seafood that day. So some of the foods we eat, we have bacala, which is a codfish that you have to soak for like 3 days. And then you put some oil and spices on it. It's not bad. Traditionally I hadn't eaten it, but last year I tried it and I liked it. So I'll probably be eating it this year. My favorites include the smelts. They're like tiny little fish about this big. You cut the heads off and you fry them up. I like those. They're bite-sized. I like the shrimp, of course. Gotta love shrimp. I feel bad. My cousin, who ate shrimp for years, she developed an allergy to them and can't eat them anymore, which is a shame. And like 1 year after she developed the allergy, she ate a shrimp anyway and then had to go to the hospital. It was terrible. But what other fish? Some of the stuff I don't eat is galamad, which is like the octopus salad. Not my thing. I kind of tolerate it in sushi. If I get the sushi plate and there's a piece of octopus, I'll eat it, but it's not my preference. And then there's, what's the other one? There's another seafood salad. I forget the name. You can read about it all in F.U. I'm Italian, my book. I wrote it all down in there, and I have a terrible memory, so there you go. But generally, we do the gifts on Christmas Eve night or day, after dinner. We have early Italian dinner, so I got to get out of here in about an hour and get over to get some food. We do some appetizers, and then generally we do, pasta, meatballs, that kind of thing. You're not supposed to eat meat if you're Catholic, but we're not Catholic really. We're not observant. I think my dad was Catholic, but he never really went. And so if you're hardcore, you do the 7 fishes because you can't eat any meat until Christmas Day. And then we do stuff on Christmas Day too, but usually the gifts are out of the way by that point. Our family tradition is we like to play games. So we got out board games and mostly board games, but also they have these new games now you play. They're relatively new. They're not that new. Like You Don't Know Jack, where you set it up on the laptop and everybody plays on their phone. And they're pretty cool. And they're like trivia based or question based, and they're fun. Yeah, sometimes some video games. Not a whole lot of video games because not everybody can play. But depends on what my nephews are into, which year it is. 1 year we played Mario Kart and I got my butt handed to me. But thank you, and I hope you have a good holiday. And I'll remind everybody, do yourself a favor, don't talk religion or politics, because it just gets people all upset. We'll definitely be avoiding the politics talk around my table unless my brother decides to agitate my parents. I mean, he does it in a fun way, but it's so divisive, the politics right now. Really, people I think lose perspective depending on what bubble they're in, and everybody to some extent is in a bubble, of their own personal bias. You got to try to keep your mind open to other ideas and remember that things change. So even a guy. If you're a huge Trump supporter and you think the guy's just doing everything right, and I can see why you would say that for a lot of reasons, but at the end of the day, he is only human, and humans tend to push their luck until someone kind of goes no. And even if you have a plan, as bad as the Democrats are, I would say that it's good that they push back on Trump because it kind of keeps them in check, even though they're pretty incompetent these days. But they won't always be incompetent, and Trump is bound to make some mistakes, and it's bound to be revealed you know, that he went too far in a few instances, either taking a shortcut or whatever. So, but hopefully the good outweighs the bad. You know, but it's not worth getting into a shouting argument with your family around the holidays. You know, you should relax. You should have some food, open some gifts. You know, if you don't have all that, if you don't have family, then, you know, relax, do something nice for yourself. You know, call people, call a friend, you know, try not to be alone. You know, although there's nothing wrong with being alone if you like being alone, but do something nice for yourself and try to relax, and don't, you know, don't overdo it. So from me and little Joan, who's sitting in a sunbeam just off camera, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next time.